Only 2 losses a year ago in a 33-2 campaign. Now a 2-time All-American. Knocked off Jordan Oliver a year ago. He gets set to face A.J. Schopp, his first All-American nod. Lost to Logan Stieber earlier this season, but a 2-time Eastern League champion. Meanwhile, 2-3 in the other semifinal. Tyler Graff and Tony Ramos getting set to go. Ramos, an All-American last year. Tyler Graff, now a 3-time All-American. He did not wrestle for Wisconsin a year ago. He was an Olympic redshirt.
These guys had a great battle in semifinals of Big Ten. Graff had the leg up for the win with 20 seconds left in the semifinals, and it looked like he was going to score. Ramos turned the table on him and scored and won at the end.
They also met in 2011. Graff had an overtime win against Ramos. Meanwhile, Logan Stieber, upper left corner against Schopp, already a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, it was a nice aggressive attack there by Steve at the very beginning. Get the initial takedown. He's a hard rider on top. You see right there, he's really attacking that right side. What he's so talented at doing is just switching over. He gets a car ride, jumps on the other side, really misdirects you, so you don't know where he's going to attack you from.
Bottom right, Graff going for the single leg to try to bring down Ramos and take the early lead.
See how hard Stieber's working those inside wrists. He commits so strongly, putting the pressure on Schopp there, and it takes so much out of you from underneath when that kind of pressure is being put on. Even if you don't get the 2, and he did get the 2 points, it's still a wearing situation underneath with the hammer being applied by Stieber.
And there's 2 points for Graff to take the lead on Ramos. Bottom right, Graff and Ramos. They know each other quite well. There's the escape point given to Ramos. Cut him loose right before the edge of the mat. I thought maybe Graff might try to hold on and get out of bounds. And Ramos back in it. Ramos had one heck of a match against John Morrison of Oklahoma State. Those two know each other very well. They had some words at the end of the match. Ramos's confidence, the swagger, all that stuff you talk about, and maybe it's a little bit overrated, that word, but Ramos, that aura is very apparent this year for Tony.
Tony's very focused young man, and he has had a great year. Of course, his only loss to Stieber. Hasn't been able to get past that Logan Stieber.
Well, Stieber out to a 6-0 lead upper left for Ohio State. Tom Ryan in his 7th season as the head coach of Ohio State. He is with Quint Kesting.
Tom, what was Logan's mindset prior to this match?
You know, Logan's mindset is always the same: score points. He's good for every position. He's so dangerous on top. Score points. That's what he talks to his team about. That's what he does. That's what he's doing now.
He's got it rolling right now. What's your biggest concern?
Just keep scoring. Keep scoring. You know, stay healthy. Get out of this match healthy. Get off the mat. Get on and off the mat. That's the goal.
Is Hunter, his brother, watching this match right now, or is he taking care of himself back inside?
He's probably a little of both. Probably in and out. But he's trying to relax and get ready for his bout. You know, obviously Logan is a tremendous mentor for his brother. His brother does not mind being somewhat in the shadows of Logan. They're just very tight, and he listens to what he says.
What do you think the strength of Logan's game is right now?
Well, he's just so good on top, and his hand strength's incredible. I mean, there's a lot of great technique involved, but he's so strong. You know, when you can get a leg with a finger and pull it in, you're wondering how does that happen? Well, he lifts awfully hard, and he's very strong. I guess mom and dad passed down some genetics too, huh?
He, you know, in the quarterfinals, he got that claw going with the far wrist. Didn't look like much, but next thing you know, the guy's flat and he's on his back.
He has just some things from an angle standpoint. The angle that he gets on his opponent, it makes him very difficult to do anything. So, and again, Schopp is a heck of a competitor. The kid is wrestling. He's a very good mat wrestler as well. So far, so good.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Adam.
Quint, thank you. Tom Ryan, former Iowa Hawkeye himself, part of history, although you may not want to talk about it. He was part of that great run by Pat Smith, one of 2 4-time national champions. That's going to be something we talk about over the course of the next 2 nights. But Tom Ryan's team, very much impressive. Jeff and Tina maybe didn't hand something down to the Stieber brothers. They've been dynamite here in these last 2 years.
Well, what Tom talked about was scoring points, and looking at Graff and Ramos, that's what Graff is doing. He's scoring points. He's got a takedown, he's got a reversal, and so Graff is very sound technically, but of course the relentlessness of Tony Ramos brings the attention of the official like that, and so they're stalling. But the person scoring points is Graff from Wisconsin.
Ramos trying to counter a single leg shot with one of his own. Anthony, Ramos kind of feels like a really nice combination of strength and speed.
He definitely does, and he really uses that to his advantage. Just uses that speed, uses the strength just to bash on guys, set him up with a shot, snapping down on that head, and really opening up his shots. Once he gets in, he just blasts right through you.
Saw Barry Davis, the head coach of Wisconsin, a moment ago. 2 decades now as part of the coaching staff at Wisconsin.
Graff is so technically sound. He does a great job of holding position. So far, he's been able to lower his level and penetrate for a takedown. He's been able to get his hips away for a reversal, and so he's done everything right. What Ramos does right here is he's taking ground, he's getting the attention of the official, and Graff needs to strategically circle back to the center.
The crowd wanted a stall call on Graff. He already has a warning, so he would have given up a point there.
See what Graff's doing there. He's just continuously backing up straight out of the mat towards out of the bounce line. What you got to do is circle in. He's got to keep circling, circling, circling. And even if you're just faking and tapping that leg, you're still pressing the action. You're not in danger of a stall call that way.
There's a strategy to stalling, as it's been well documented over the course of these last 2 days. We started the third. Ramos on the bottom, a chance to get a quick point on the escape if he can get out. He's cut loose by Graff for 3. Riding time not a factor just yet.
Here's a real smart wrestling by Graff needs to come in. He cannot back up. He cannot. He's already got the attention of the official. He needs to circle, as Anthony was talking about. He's the only one that has broken the code and got past the hands defense of Ramos. Ramos has not gotten to the legs of Graff. No reason for Graff to stall here. He needs to be really smart.
Stieber in control, upper left corner of your screen. We'll focus in on 2 versus 3. Ramos and Graff. 1-point lead for Graff. You see now those are those kind of token shots to try to keep the refs off him. He already has a warning for stalling against him. Ramos has time. He's got time to try to take the lead in this match.
This is just like the rematch of the semifinals. It was so close. There's the shot and the warning, and so now it's all tied up. It's all tied up because it's 1 point against Graff. That shot by Ramos and the home crowd, the environment here. Advantage Ramos. Graff just needs to step in and finish the job he started.
Who wants it now? We're tied at 4, 45 seconds left. Riding time not a factor. It's Ramos and Graff with a spot in the finals on the line.
It came down to the last 20 seconds in the semifinals of the Big Ten. It's going to come down to it.
Who's going to take the first shot here? Graff's almost content to try to take it to overtime, it seems. Ramos has 30 seconds to try to pick up a point here. Don't forget, already 1 stall point against Graff. And it's infinity stall points. You can keep getting hit with a point for stalling.
See, it really looks like Graff has shut down that offense. He's putting his hand down on that, continuously just backing up still. Wonder if he's tired or what, but he's not firing off the offense anymore. What really got him in that lead in the first place.
We just took a peek at the clock, Graff did, and he understands that they're going to be able to go to sudden victory. And so here we go.
1 minute of sudden victory. First points wins it. Spot in the final is on the line. Here we go. Third ever meeting between these two. It's split 1-1.
If Graff gets called for stalling, it's over.
It's over, you're right. This is not a situation you want to put it into the onus of the officials to try to call a stall against Graff. 4-4. Ramos just trying to get an angle. Graff's strength in advantage here.
The favor is really in Ramos right now. He's got those stall calls. Just keep pressuring forward. Even if he doesn't decide to shoot, he's still pressing that action, and it's really forcing the referee to get in a position where he's going to have to make a call soon.
He's trying to get to those 30-second periods and just try to get an escape point and maybe walk away with this one. Ramos try to get that inside leg for a moment. 3 seconds left. All right, so that 1 minute overtime sudden victory period is over. Now both wrestlers will play 30 seconds. They'll go 30 seconds here, alternating positions. This is where the escape points become huge. This is where we find out who's better on top. Now, riding time does reset as well.
It certainly wasn't explosive from the start there by Graff, was it, Anthony?
Definitely wasn't. You can tell he's just starting to wear out. He needed to explode off that whistle, get that takedown quick. His strength is really on his feet.
All right, Ramos, look at the effort here to try to get Graff back down. Looking for leverage. Final seconds tick away. The Iowa fans to their feet because Ramos with an escape could take the advantage. They kept on wrestling about 3 or 4 seconds after the whistle. So Ramos on the bottom, looking to get the quick escape here. A very pro-Iowa crowd to its feet.
See Ramos with that hip over there. What he wants to do now is try to get his left arm over the head of Graff to start swimming backwards, get those reversal points.
That right leg of Graff is maintaining leverage on Ramos there, trying to hold on for 10 more seconds. He just looks gassed. Ramos so close. 3 seconds left. Barry Davis, the head coach of Wisconsin, came running out. I don't know if he was just yelling at Graff or he was saying something to the officials. I think he was just yelling at Graff. 1 more minute of sudden victory. Here we go. Remember, a stall call against Graff will be a penalty point and a win for Ramos.
Ramos has been stalking Graff since the second period, taking ground. The last thing the officials want to do is decide this. But Graff's helping him out. Graff's almost forcing him to hold up the 1 point. Graff needs to attack. And as Anthony pointed out, his body's just not responding.
He just looks gassed right now. Tried that single leg shot. Ramos gets the 2. It's over. Ramos into the finals.
And another Big Ten Finals matchup, Ramos and Stieber on the line tomorrow.
Maybe not artistic, but it gets the job done. Ramos into the 133-pound championship. His head coach, Tom Brands, with Quint Kessner.
What type of emotions, you're watching that match from the tunnel, what type of emotions were you dealing with watching that match?
Well, you got a lot going on your mind because we haven't been doing that well, but that's a highlight. We got to make more highlights tonight.
What was most notable about the win?
Ramos?
Yeah.
Forward.
Controlling
Pressure,
the tempo.
Pressure. Yeah. Like pressure.
You loved it.
Thank you.
Adam.
Quint, thank you. This is the finish.
Not a lot left for Graff. He's upset, but there just wasn't any power there.
Tom Brands after the win. He knew it. Looked like Graff was just gassed at the end, and Ramos, when the opportunity opened up, took advantage. Top 2 seeds, Logan Stieber and Tony Ramos, getting set to go in the finals tomorrow. Tony Ramos 0-4 lifetime against Logan Stieber. That's your 133-pound final. Logan's into the final. Hunter Stieber trying to join his brother in the national championships at 141 pounds. He has to go through a number 2 seed tomorrow night if he wants to get there, but both have to get there first. We've got some very impressive wrestlers, the 4 seed Mitchell Port of Edinburgh, and you're going to get your first look at Oogie in the semifinals for the Citadel.
Is saving money better than not saving money?
Yeah!
Okay, if you save enough money, what would you do with it?
I would buy an island made out of candy.
An island made out of candy?
It would be like sand full of sugar.
Sand full of sugar?
The water can be made out of like soda. When you take a shower, it can be made out of like hot fudge.
Ooh.
What about the animals? What would they be made out of?
I'm assuming they'd be made out of candy.
It's not complicated. Saving is better. Switch to AT&T, and your family can save up to $100 a month with Mobile Share.
Start with an all-new award-winning car. Good. Now, find the most hardcore driver in America. That guy. Put him in it.
What's this?
Tell him he's about to find out.
You're about to find out.
Testing. Highlight the European chassis. 6-speed manual.